Sure, we may have our Demon Slayers or Chainsaw Mans now, but what I didn't realize is that action animation may have already peaked 30 years ago.
No. No. No way. When anime go horribly wrong, I want to watch that.
But really, how do I deal with this? Use the Jigen Ryu Kendo technique.
What is the worst anime ever made? Now, some of you newer fans may scroll down to the lowest rated anime on my anime list and point out some shows that—
Oh, who was it? Yafu, you asked if it is about a dog, so you can't probably not see it because of my dumb face in the way, but if I am to move the screen a little bit here, do you see this? I just paused it accurately in the right spot. So, he is called something Chin Chin. I can't exactly remember the name of the show. Let me go a few frames back. I watched this movie. In his last video with Karen, the chick that was doing weird things with a dog, I was thinking to myself, like, I have somewhere seen a concept similar to this. And well, it turns out that it came out of this 1992 OVA. I don't know how to explain it. I have seen a lot of things in anime, but I have never seen anime characters so, dare I use the word, retarded in my life. In this world, the basic plot of this is that the girl is very keen of taking care of her dog. She spends all her day with it, and one day decides that she's going to marry the dog.
That's up.
And towards the entire series, it's just people being okay with it and the dog being extremely perverted. I don't know what they were doing in the 90s sometime with some anime. So, like, whenever you hear some people say that they really miss the nostalgia of old anime, there's definitely a reason for that, okay? It can be well founded. There are some awesome OVAs there that I used to watch, like the old Evangelion. Some of the awesome stuff like Senseiya, City Hunter, all of those cool stuff. They exist, but man, there was a lot of bad.
Shows that have gone down in infamy, that have been clowned on by the entire anime community, like Mars of Destruction, or Scale to Heaven, or Seven Deadly Sins. We go further back, and a handful of you may remember that years ago, one anime rose up the ranks to gain an almost legendary status, like the planets had aligned in all the wrong ways to create a stinker so bad, so foul. Christopher Nolan's about to make a 3-hour biopic on how bad this bombed. Why did I say that? This was a car crash that derailed a train that smashed into a nuclear power plant that caused a fallout that could rival Chernobyl. This garnered the reputation of being the worst anime ever made. A show so bad it loops around to become a masterpiece. So in the current generation of Twitter people calling Demon Slayer mid or threatening to commit acts of violence over a single frame of dodgy looking CG in Attack on Titan, I thought it was time I experienced the show myself so we can all be
anime fans. It is true though. Like, people are seeing the CG in Chainsaw Man and losing their mind. Like, oh my god, there's a frame that just doesn't seem right. Like, have you seen how flawless the animation is made? Like, if they could not do something like that if they didn't rely on some 3D assets.
Reminded just how bad can be. This is the legend of Ghazi's Wing.
Grandma, why did you make hot noodles on such a hot day?
But before we get into this forgotten masterpiece of a stinker, a word from our sponsor,
Reverse 1999. Reverse 1999 is a 20th century strategic RPG developed by Blue Pock Games, set to launch on mobile and PC platforms on October 26th. Pre-register now to get your free 5-star character. In this game, you'll take a trip back to the 20th century. And if you didn't hear me before, the game launches globally October 26th. And by pre-registering, you get to start a countdown to the past and get a free 5-star character that speaks in a cute French accent.
The nature of divination is deduction, based on reality.
It's the last day of the year 1999, and the flow of time has started to become unstable in a world where natural-born spellcasters exist called Arcanists. History starts flowing backwards during a catastrophic phenomenon known as the Storm. As the timekeeper named Vertin, it's your job to seek the truth about this storm and the mysterious circumstances surrounding it before the turn of the new millennium.
That actually sounds like an interesting plot. Huh.
Wobbly, timey-wimey stuff? Sounds pretty epic, right? Well, Blue Pot Games have managed to give such a large story spanning centuries in a gorgeous little package.
And the art style is gorgeous. It's very similar to that one show with an orphanage that should not be spoken about.
In order to make you feel like you're traveling through history, we get a blend of various retro art styles from pop art to classical oil paintings. But that only scratches the surface. That diverse presentation also carries over to the voice acting with a diverse cast of actors with British, Italian, French, and other accents. Pair these with an emotionally gripping story and what you're left with is a game that fills me with nothing but excitement. Did I mention you can summon a UFO that abducted a cow? So, what are you waiting for? Pre-register today to get your free waifu by clicking that link in the description, and make sure you follow Reverse 1999 on all their social channels while you're down there. Thank you very much to Reverse 1999 for sponsoring us today, and with that said, back to
You can only trust a Frenchman by the amount of hon he says.
Here are your shoes, sir.
Thank you.
Ghazi's Wing is a 3-episode OVA from 1996, but to garner such a reputation like the worst anime ever made, the show must have done something pretty bad to leave such a deep impression on so many people. What atrocities lie in this anime? What sin must this show have committed to build such a
Isekai.
I can never escape, can I? The story follows our protagonist, a Japanese man going by the name of Chris, paving the way as the template for future isekai protagonists. A guy of indomitable strength and power, a true main character forgotten in the annals of time. A man of true charisma and unmatched riz.
Hey, Chris!
Hi!
You sure look good for someone preparing for an exam.
You certainly got sexy.
We join Chris as he's getting scolded by a female friend for some reason. But Chris has got no time for this, because he's going home to attend his class reunion pool party.
I will come back after I attend the class reunion pool party.
But on his
I'm sorry, I was about to say, dude, what brand of bike helmet do you own? Dirty mind, sorry. Dirty mind.
Pool party.
But on his way home, his necklace starts vibrating and has a strange reaction to a shrine before he is whisked away by a trans-dimensional space duck and... Wait, hold on a sec. Yeah, that's definitely a real sentence I just wrote down. But who is Chris? Why is this girl angry at him? Will he make it to the class reunion pool party? Why is there a trans-dimensional space duck? Does his helmet say anal? All questions the series has deemed irrelevant, as all this happens within the first 1 minute and 30 seconds of runtime.
What?
Peace was never an option.
Some may call this bad writing and pacing, but clearly Ghazi's Wing was truly ahead of its time, wasting no screen time in isekaiing its protagonist, thrusting him headfirst into a fantasy world, naked, in a violent battle where a group of rebels are revolting against their kingdom, at war against being slaves.
Don't get killed! You too!
Yes, this may be a forgotten show from 1996, but no matter what time period of history we're in,
Slavery
there are
is
three
always
things that are certain in
in
life:
isekai.
it's death, taxes, and isekai anime having slavery. But hold on.
It's been there since the beginning. All shows like Inuyasha, one of the first isekai. Don't forget that Inuyasha is an isekai. Has slavery in it. It's interesting that they keep using that as a supporting plot.
On guys, because this time our protagonist is here to end slavery rather than partake in it. Because apparently he is meant to be a holy warrior, prophesied to turn the tides of war that the rebels immediately recognize.
Oh my gosh, that skill! Is he the holy warrior?
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
That skill!
See, even though he's just an ordinary guy, Chris tries to live up to become the holy warrior they say he is. He may have unwillingly been put into a war he knew nothing about, but seeing this group of truly oppressed people, used and abused slaves, having to fight for dear life every day just to survive while torn away from their friends, families,
There's a twist
and loved
coming,
ones,
isn't there?
Chris, being the good guy that he is, quickly empathizes with the struggles they are going through.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please stop crying, huh?
If you didn't fly out, I would still be in Kastanga Hill, playing with my friends and Grandma Moai.
I could also have attended my high school class reunion.
But like Batman and the Joker, Guts and Griffith good food takes on me, every good protagonist needs an equally great antagonist. And luckily, Ghazi's wing provides just that, with a threatening,
the wings are on his feet. So, is Hermes, but with duck wings. Okay.
intimidating, the sinister, man.
That woman!
A general seen here making his epic entrance, working with the king to prevent the rebellion. Did that horse just die? To prevent the rebellion and Chris from succeeding at all costs. And it's up to Chris to use his intelligence correctly, using his advanced knowledge from the modern world to outthink, outsmart his opponents, using the tools he has available in innovative ways to save the tribe from their fate thanks to his superior intellect.
Stop it! It will blow up!
Don't bother me!
Oh, are you covering that in Gata powder?
Why, yes, I'm trying to. Doesn't work.
So hey, this looks like a simple isekai where a normal guy gets transported to another world, becomes some legendary hero, saves the world. I've seen this before, nothing new here. Wrong! Because the thing is, when the transdimensional space duck transported him over, it also left a copy of his real body in his original world. And thanks to his necklace having some kind of telepathic link, so waking up with an aching body and bruises everywhere, Chris has a hard job explaining to himself
I was bruised all over my body because I had to fight naked.
exactly what kind of situation he's in right now.
There is a war going on. Even dinosaurs are here. And they use bows and arrows. My sword is unbelievably dull.
Fucking Chris, man. You're gonna kill yourself and me. Many credit the popularization of the modern isekai genre to Sword Art Online with the gimmick of being stuck in a game where if you die in the game, you die in real life. But now I can see that Ghazi's wing was actually the true progenitor of this, as the characters themselves realize just how high the stakes are.
But I think we are still one person. We die together? Probably. No, it can't be true. I'm not joking.
And the worst thing about this is that this is unironically an interesting concept. Having an alter ego stuck in both the fantasy world and the real world where they can communicate with each other is a concept I haven't seen any modern isekai tackle. Don't quote me on that, there's probably an isekai I'm forgetting.
Definitely
and since
something
they both
out there.
share damage and fatigue, that means the stakes are real. Real world Chris might not be fighting any battles, but he could still die at any time. Since the Chris in the real world is stuck on the sidelines, he has the opportunity to provide something even more valuable than man.
I'm going to the class reunion at the community pool. I think it will be good for my present mental condition.
Oh, he did it! The world is saved! He got to the pool party! Oh, we're in the end game now!
God, I love good old dub. And I'm pretty damn sure that it's the same thing in Japanese. Low budget dialogue.
Oh, lads!
Remember kids, if you're ever having trouble figuring out how to prioritize the right things in life, take a page out of Chris's book. From least to most important, we have eating, not dying, ending slavery,
Go
class
to the pool
reunion
party.
pool party.
Are you in danger now? Chris! I have no choice but to see my friends.
Now, I've been hearing some slanderous
No.
claims.
Oh my god, the voice acting is great. Oh, priority straight.
The English dub voice acting is some of the worst that's ever been heard, and I take this personally.
What are Domon and the other people doing?
They're the Suicide Squad!
Sure, everyone may speak like they sound like they forgot they have caps lock on, word emphasis is all over the place, but are you telling me a bad dub can have voice actors that can deliver the line
Yamato Takeru no Mikoto.
so perfectly every single time?
僕が今から言う文章を復唱しろ。斜め77度の並びで
77度の並びで
Yamato Takeru no Mikoto.
A name so powerful it can invoke enough different emotions from our protagonist to rival any Oscar-worthy performance. Confusion,
Yamato Takeru no Mikoto.
what? Desperation,
Why can't you do something for us, Mr. Yamato Takeru no Mikoto?
despair.
Ah! Damn you, Yamato Takeru no Mikoto!
Okay. Why did they have the VA do this? You know, sometimes when doing voice work, they get to improvise a little bit to make something flow a little bit more naturally. When falling, perhaps you should keep it to just a single word. No, apparently not. You must enunciate every single thing.
What is this legendary Yamato Takeru no Mikoto? Well, it's something relevant to the plot. I don't I don't know, they never explain why I keep saying it.
That makes sense.
And honestly, how else is such Shakespearean level writing meant to be delivered? Like the line,
"He's just a human. Humans are just human."
humans are just human. Could this be referring to mankind's struggle against themselves? That no matter how much we struggle or fight against it, there is no going against our own nature.
Oh, wow. We are adding this to the quote of top anime quotes of all times. Just like Mr. Emiya saying that people die when they are killed. Thank you. Oh, we are on the same wavelength right now.
Clearly, this line was so influential, it laid the foundation for the Shiro Emiya School of Philosophy.
It's what we call a drug in my world.
If you taste it or smoke it, you get happy and do crazy things.
She definitely hits the blood. Look at her. She's ready to smoke a fat one right now.
Not also forgetting that one very important aspect when it comes to anime is appeal. In order to be successful, you can increase your chances by appealing to as wide of an audience as you can, no matter the age range. And Gazi's Wing did something truly revolutionary by speaking in a language that could be understood by toddlers who have yet to achieve object permanence.
It is most effective to place a Duraga roll at Gabujuju. Ishubara of Duraga roll, we are entering Gabujuju. Is that Gelgagaji?
You may be looking at clips of this and thinking, Gigguk,
Oh, God.
this is an old anime. Why would I want to go back and watch something that looks so old? And, you know, I understand the sentiment. As the anime
Look doesn't
industry
matter.
evolves, you get to see the average quality of animation improving. With new tools, new talent, in general, anime has never looked better. But even with all these developments, there are still many that argue that hand-drawn cell animation can look just as good. And after seeing Gazi's Wing, I'm inclined to agree. Sure, we may have our Demon Slayers or Chainsaw Mans now, but what I didn't realize is that action animation may have already peaked 30 years ago.
No. No. No way.
May have already peaked 30 years ago.
Oh, God. Oh, God. This is so good. This is way too good. Bro literally went isolate, mass subject, pen across the screen. But yeah, let's just keep watching. Oh.
This is the bar modern animators have been chasing all along. Now you may be wondering what kind of person would be behind such a project. Perhaps some random nobody that never worked on anime again. Someone who had no knowledge of the industry.
It's going to be some higher up from MAPPA or something, right? Go on.
Close, because this was actually the brainchild of Yoshiyuki Tomino, the mastermind behind such other anime projects like Mobile Suit Gundam.
Oh no. What was he on? Dude, you are my childhood. The best, some of the best animations in anime ever. The robot fight in Gun. What happened? What happened?
I must somehow make sense of our convoluted situation.
Gazi's Wing is in short a masterpiece of garbage. There may be anime that are worse looking, there may be
Berserk
anime that are
2016.
technically lower rated, but no other show has quite come together in the completely wrong ways to result in such an entertainingly horrible product. We've had some horrible
X-Arm. Thank you. Perfect example.
in the modern day, but time won't forget the mythical adventures of Japanese man Chris and the legend that is Gazi's Wing. Whatever the hell Gazi's Wing was. I don't know if that was ever explained. What was that? Was that ever explained? What the fuck was half the plot of the show in the end?
Intergalactic Space Duck. Whew. Wow, this was a ride.
Who the hell is Yamato Takeru no Mikoto? Am I even saying that correctly? Was that ever explained? Will I ever gonna explain it?
Led the way of the modern world from Chris before he left Pistons as well. He developed a technology for the use in medicine and agriculture, but ended up using it in crypto mining. Oh, Gigguk. Oh, Jesus Christ. This was good. It's a good thing that I didn't skip this video, huh? Wow. I miss good old bad animes. They always bring a certain joy in you. Oh god. That was nice. Alright. Now, further down the rabbit hole of cultured content. I'm watching some very old anime myself. Kashan from... Oh, that sounds familiar. Actually, yeah, certainly you can recommend one. Oh, dude, that is a good one. I've never watched this show to its end, Neo-Human, but wow. Thank you for bringing it up. That's a good show. Captain Harlock. Captain Harlock's the shit. It has the look of that Galaxy Express. What was the full name of it? Galaxy Express something. Galaxy Express 999, yeah. With Captain Harlock. Oof. Man, those were the days. There were like 2 episodes being showcased. We had a channel that I don't even know if it still exists in France. Yeah, this thing here. Now it only shows mostly some of the newer animes. But yeah, we still have some sort of older ones, like Lupin the Third. But yeah, this was my go-to channel. It's then in French, but we used to have all of the good stuff here. There would be like a showcase of not just Japanese culture shows, but like trending animes from the 90s and 80s twice a day. It was awesome.